I genuinely love being a nerd. Like, I don't know if this is like cringy to self-proclaim it. It might be, but that's kind of the point of this video. I love being a nerd. Like, I'm a nerd in every sense of the word. I love Marvel, Star Wars, I love manga, I love reading. Not even in terms of like the stuff that I'm into, right? I just love nerding out about things. Like, I noticed this when I was driving to go see the new Spider-Man film, Spider-Man Brand New Day. I was driving to see it the other day, and I was just so excited on the way there. I already had, like, pre-ordered a popcorn bucket because it just looked so cool. It had the Spider-Man design on it, and I was just driving there, and I was, like, actually so excited. It was a Thursday night, and I was so excited to finish work, drive to the cinema. I've just got this, like, giddy child energy. And I feel like that's what nerding out is. I feel like that's the point of being a nerd. You just get to have fun. You just get to have a laugh, and you just get to be yourself. I want to make this video to say, like, don't be afraid to nerd out. You need to nerd out. Like, you should be nerding out about stuff. It doesn't have to be, like, a stereotypical nerd thing. I feel like when you think nerd, you think Dungeons and Dragons or something, like someone sat in the basement of in the 80s and they're the guy in the corner of the school or something. But like, I was genuinely thinking, like, what do people get excited about if they don't nerd out? Like, it doesn't have to be, like I say, the stereotypical nerd stuff. I got proper nerdy about the Odyssey in the filmmaking aspects, the cameras, how they, you know, there's the Cyclops scene, how they used a massive real-life puppet to recreate that scene, and then the giant scene later on, how they used, like, small people and big people to do it all in camera. That stuff is so cool to me. I love nerding out about cameras and films, and films in general I think is my bag. Like, I've realised this, I get so giddy and excited about films and talking about films and going to see films and everything like that. I genuinely just love it, but I think it's so important that we nerd out, as people. Just don't be afraid to get happy, get excited about things that you want to be excited about. I am 25 years old, I've got a child, and today's Sunday. My partner has gone out with a friend, took Matilda, and I was going to do some jobs, and I thought, you know what, screw it. And all I did, I sat in my office building Spider-Man Lego, because I'm in, like, my Spider-Man phase now, after seeing A Brand New Day, which, by the way, absolutely loved every second of it. Gives me goosebumps thinking about it. I sat on the floor, building Lego, watching Masters of the Universe, He-Man, something that I loved as a kid and knew as a kid, and now I get to, like, relive it and get re-excited about it. Dune coming out, you know, when I went to see Spider-Man in the cinema, I get full body goosebumps seeing the trailer for Dune 3, because I'm so unbelievably excited for that film. I don't think I've ever been excited as much for a film as I am that. Like, genuinely, it looks unbelievable. I could talk about it for days about how, like, the cinematography of this new one, switching from Greg Fraser to, I don't know the new guy's name, but how he's used film to shoot in the deserts to make it all grainy, and the lighting and the sets and just everything. Oh my god. Don't be afraid to nerd out about stuff. You can even, like, it doesn't even have to be, like I say, the stereotypical, you know, Star Wars, Marvel, whatever it is, that typical nerd stuff, what people might class as nerdy. You know, nerd out about football, nerd out about the gym, whatever you want and love. Don't be afraid to show it. Don't be afraid to express it however you want to express it. Just express yourself. That's all nerding out is. At the core of nerding out, it's expressing yourself. It's expressing your interests, your joy, getting excited about things. And you need that in life, you know? Is it deep? Does it matter? No. But is it exciting to you? Yes. Whatever it is, whatever you're passionate about, be passionate about it, and don't be afraid to be passionate, to talk about it. You know, look at my office. I mean, pointless saying that on a commentary video where you can't see me. My office is full of Lego and art on the walls from different albums that I love, or films that I love, or Marvel comics. I've got hundreds of books because I just love getting sort of deep into things. I love records and collecting records and displaying them. I love, you know, just my whole room is just a homage to things I love. And I've got Funko Pops that go with like my favourite characters that stand next to the books and the Lego that go with the stuff that I love because I just love it. And when I come into this room, I feel happy. It's my like safe space. Do not cater to what you think is like a social norm or a safe option. Don't be afraid to express yourself. Don't suppress yourself because you feel like you have to, because you feel like you might get made fun of or you might get bullied. I actually think there's a big shift at the minute where nerding out is the cool thing. You know, it's no longer that one kid in his basement playing D&D. It's everyone at their core is a nerd about something. They love something, and it's just about expressing it. You know, look at anime, for example. Anime, I remember when I was at school, I was watching Attack on Titan, I was watching Death Note, I was watching Sword Art Online. I would not dare speak a word about anime to anybody in my school. I wouldn't even show it. I wouldn't like talk about it. I'd never do anything about it because back then there was a real stigma around anime. There was a real sort of, you know, oh, that's the weird kids thing. That's the weirdo who does cosplay and dresses up. But now it's so normal. Like anime has exploded. It's one of the biggest mediums I genuinely think out there at the minute. It's, you know, JJK, Solo Leveling, Demon Slayer, like Chainsaw Man blowing up the box office, things like that. It's one of the biggest accepted brilliant things in the world, and I love it so much, and it's acceptable to talk about. And you are always going to get people to make fun of you for nerding out about something, you know. People, the issue is that school makes you think you have to sort of conform, but you just don't. Like, honestly, there's people who I've seen who I went to school with nerding out now about stuff like Star Wars or Pokemon cards, and you'd have never expected it when you were at school. They would have probably made fun of you in school for doing that. But people grow up, people realise, actually, you know what? Like, who cares? Nerding out is like I say, it's expressing yourself, but I also feel like it's catering to that inner child. Like, all the things that I talk about are all the things that I loved as a child. I loved Star Wars. I loved Spider-Man. I loved Lego. I loved, like, reading. I remember reading School Degree Pleasant, getting really deep diving into How to Train Your Dragon because I loved those films. And now I get to read more, like, mature, advanced worlds, you know, Brandon Sanderson books, Red Rising, like, these incredible stories. Nerding out is... it's essential to being human. It really, like, genuinely is. I honestly believe that sentence. It's just a way of expressing yourself and a way of enjoying what you want to enjoy. And I think you have to find that. You have to, you know, it doesn't even have to be a thing that you watch. You know how I said about, oh, it could be football, it could be woodwork, it could be mechanical things like I was gonna say engineering, but not engineering. Like in terms of cars, mechanics, things like that. Maybe you enjoy building PCs and you nerd out about a new graphics card that comes out. That's so cool. I'm so happy for you. And also accept that like other people nerding out. I mean, I've been guilty of this in the past where I've seen someone nerding out. Like, you know, when I was younger, I might have seen someone cosplay and gone, oh god, why are they dressing up as like some anime character? That's weird. Now I'm like, yeah, hell yeah. Dress up as what you want. Do what you want. Express yourself for being so intrigued in something that you want to express it that deeply and you want to show your love for it that much. That's amazing. I'm so happy for you that you love something that deeply. And you know, with the internet now, you will find your space, you'll find your community. Just because people in school that you know don't love what you love and they might like make fun of you or not really understand it, there'll be people anywhere online that will get it, that will share your nerding out passion, that will love to see you express what you want to express about what you love. So share it, go online, go on Reddit, look at communities, go on Discord, look on TikTok, post on TikTok, talk about what you want to talk about online. You never know what might happen. You might make videos talking about something that you absolutely love. You might love a certain... I don't know, maybe it's D&D, maybe you love D&D. Make some videos about D&D, you might find a community of other people who love D&D. You might make a job out of it. You might love something so deeply that you make a job out of it. That's insane. That's so cool that that's an option now. And it is an option. I'm not saying that you have to monetize it. I'm obviously not saying that you need to monetize what you love. But just be passionate. Just nerd out. Don't be afraid to do and say and be whoever you want to be. Because that is the core of being a human and enjoying life.